All right, this looks better already. Technical difficulties, technical difficulties. Looks like it's working. It looks like I can see myself here on the screen. We'll wait for you guys to jump in, see who is here. A couple of minutes, we'll get started. Nehemiah, hey, what to do, what to do? Let me know if you can see me and you can hear me okay. Give me that thumbs up here real fast. Ryan, Bus7332, looks like they're all coming in. Excellent, excellent. Nice. Metro Photo, Negative Mickey fan, how you doing, how you doing? Brendan Torres, Jensen Molina, Mike. Oh, you will find out. We're going to be reviewing something I should have done last week. I had to cancel last week's stream, so my original review item is going to be tonight. So just a few moments here. We can hear you and see you. Good. Excellent. Let me know if the resolution on the sound is okay. I just want to make sure everything is even across the board. Great to see everybody on here. We'll get started in just another minute or so. Being that it's 8 o'clock right now, this is typically when I do it. A little bit of lighting issues I'm having here. It's been kind of a crazy week. So hopefully you guys are, it doesn't look too washed out on your side. So Kyle Broussard, Elizabeth Rickard, thanks so much for being on here. I appreciate you. Mr. Jimmy, what it do, what it do? Great to see you on here. Brendan Torres. Bus with the super chat donation already, $19.99. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that greatly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll get started with the intro. We'll let people know how they can do what you just did, and I appreciate you very much. Thanks so much. Let's see here. We've got Drew. Drew's Food Reviews in the house. Chris Kolaski. Hopefully I said that correctly. Mary Valdez. Great to see you from San Antonio. If you guys want to throw the check-in real fast, let me know where you guys are watching this from, what part of the world, what part of the country. That would be awesome. About another minute, we'll get started, and we'll get right to it because I have got some plans right after this. Should be a lot of fun too, I think. Great to see you guys on here. And again, Bus7332, thank you so much for that super chat donation. We're about 30 seconds away from beginning here. According to the YouTube portal for this new streaming front end that they have for their browser here, it looks like we've got 27 peeps in the house. If you guys haven't hit that thumbs up down below, do me a solid and hit that thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. And share the stream out with some of the peeps that you know. That would be amazing as well. Great to see you guys on here right now. We're going to go into a few different things. Dilbert Doe, thanks so much for jumping on here as well. Great to see all the familiar peeps in the house. Dominic Hosang, thanks so much for jumping on. Be careful for the next earthquake from Metro. Yes, apparently in Compton a couple of nights ago, after midnight, I want to say last night, there was actually a 3.7 earthquake, which is pretty close to the area where I'm at here in Pasadena, not too far. But it just gets crazier and crazier as this year is going on. So let's see here. Let's officially get this party started. I'll start from the very top as you guys are putting in the check-in. We'll get to it in just a second. Guys, welcome to the Friday night stream. We are definitely in the middle of October. Obviously, my favorite time of the year, Halloween time, without a doubt. And of course, I have got the shirt to prove it. Standing up. We got Michael Myers in the house here right now. Good deal. My name is EK, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out Reviews here on YouTube. I create what I like to call high-quality foodie features, and I have my own distinct slant on doing food reviews here on the channel for sure. I definitely have a blast doing it. A lot has come out in the last few weeks, and you guys have plenty of content to keep you busy for a bit, I would think. Should you guys wish to subscribe to the channel, which I highly recommend you do if you guys are fans of high-quality, delicious-looking food reviews, like I say in my reviews, hit that subscribe button down below if you're watching this on your mobile. If you're watching this on your browser, you'll see it right there below. And definitely be part of the community. We've got live streaming every single Friday, more often than not. Well, usually more often than not on Fridays. I know sometimes I skip it here and there. But when possible, always. Friday nights, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Definitely have a look around the playlist. There's all kinds of fun stuff. And should you like what you see and you do subscribe, on which I'm hoping you do, and wish to contribute to the channel and continue the growth that we're experiencing every single day, consider the super chat option, which you'll find here in the chat. You'll find that little $sign down below, as well as PayPal down in the description. Of course, you'll find the links to all that. If you don't want to have YouTube take anything of your contribution towards the channel, it would be greatly appreciated. So guys, thanks so much for jumping on. It's great to see you. Been a rough month for me as things have been going on here. But I've got a couple of weeks left for one final test that I have to take, and I'm excited to finally do that to correct, hopefully, this issue that I've been having. But aside from that, I'm glad to be on here with you. We're going to be taking a look at a few little Halloween movies. We did this the week before last as well. We took a look at Demons 1 and 2, one of my all-time favorite options, which you can stream right now on Shudder for free, which is kind of cool. as well as we'll continue that trend. And of course, we're going to review something, and I can't wait to give this a go. I've been very excited about these. I've had a lot of trouble finding these, and I was supposed to do this last week, so we'll definitely have some fun with that as well. And of course, with the horror movie theme going here, we'll talk about a couple of different movies that I kind of recommend you guys take a look at, some of the classics and definitely some of the best, I think, personally, as well. Incidentally, I'm having a little bit of camera issues right now, so if you see the focus going in and out, I'm trying to fix my locked frame in my software, so apparently right now it's going to try and focus on me directly, so hopefully it's not going to be too bad, but when I hold certain things up, you may see it kind of focus. So let me apologize in advance, just in case. So, all right, so with that said, let me jump down to where you guys are all checking in with the check-ins here. And again, Bus7332, thank you so much for that super chat donation. I greatly appreciate it. One of my longtime fans of the channel and just overall awesome guy. I appreciate you, Robert. Thank you so much. We got all of the moderators in the house here right now that are popping in here that I'm seeing. Elizabeth Rickard, Rickard, thanks so much for jumping on. Drew's Food Reviews as well. Any avatar or any person that you see has like a food reviews or vlogs or anything in their title, jump on over, like I always say, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Be part of that community and definitely take a look at the content they've got going on. There's plenty of it within the community here. I'm just happy to be contributing my little small portion of it to everyone else's stuff, which is a blast to do. So whenever an option comes up to highlight some of these peeps as well, you'll hear me mention it. But do jump on over, let them know Ian K sent you, and naturally they're here in the chat, so they're going to know it as well. So that would be amazing. So we've got San Antonio in the house from Mary Valdez. Thanks so much for jumping in here. Drew, of course, from Livermore, California. I know Rickard is back east. Of course, Ed Keaton in the house. Thanks so much for jumping on. Sacramento, California. Palmdale, Palm Deezy from Kyle Broussard. Long Island, New York, not too far off from where I grew up, actually, up until 1984. I lived in Queens as a little tyke, so to speak. No gym tonight, believe it or not, but I'm probably going to be having some fun food with mi familia that you may hear mentioned at some point on the stream. I'm not going to say what it may be about, but chances are if I happen to be doing what I'm going to be doing later on, which I have a feeling I already know, maybe I'll stream it on Instagram, maybe not. If you guys are not following me on social media, shame on you, you should. Twitter is definitely at Peep This Out, but on Instagram, on IG, it's Peep This Out Reviews. So you'll find all the links to all that stuff typically down below. And I usually put it in the first pinned comment for most of my reviews, so you guys can find all that stuff very easy. I don't like to keep a very long description box anymore with a lot of, links and all this stuff here just to kind of clutter it up. So you'll usually find that as the first pinned comment on just about every video that I put out. So have a look there. So Buzz7332, Ian, looking healthy, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I don't feel it, but I appreciate it. I'm coming down with the cold slightly. Nehemiah from Windsor, Connecticut in the house. We got Timothy Birmingham. Tim, thanks so much for jumping on, brother, from Michigan. Very nice. We got, let's see here. Kenneth is from saying hello. I'm going down the line here. I'm going to shoot on down. Bus and Diamond Bar. We already know what it is. Absolutely. Diamond Beezy all up in this. Yes, we got some horror recommendations coming your way, Dylan. Definitely. I mean, you guys mostly, I think you should know this right now. The reason why you see so many reboots of classic horror films is because they're just that. They're classic. Not just because of the time and how long ago they were, but because they just don't make them like they used to. And I know that a lot of people are sick of that saying, but it's so true. I mean, everything has been rebooted 2 or 3 times at this point that you might as well just go back, witness it in the gritty form, the original pseudo CGI time period where it was mostly prosthetics and things that were really a little bit more menacing the way that they made them. And I've actually chosen a couple of items here that I think you're going to love to check out because it's some of my all-time favorites for sure. Kenneth Taylor, Ian Connor's favorite Halloween movie franchise is Michael Myers. You know what? It is so funny that you say that. Aside from the shirt that I have on, you are correct. This is my all-time favorite horror movie franchise. Good old Mikey. You know, this is my favorite mask. Obviously, it's the only mask that I have of Michael Myers. I had one way back in the day, but I actually preferred the older one only because the neck was the same color as the face. Why this version has always been kind of skin toned, I've never really known, and I've always been tempted to kind of spray it to kind of fix that. But this is from the Halloween 2 movie, actually. This is kind of like the look from Halloween 2. I want to say it's Trick or Treat Studios, I believe, but one of my all-time favorites, as you guys know, Mikey Myers is my all-time favorite horror movie franchise of all time, my all-time favorite horror movie slasher. Really just the king of menacing, suspenseful horror. There really is no other pinnacle type of horror film of this type of caliber that's ever really come out. There's a lot of claim to the fame, I should say, from a lot of other types of horror movie icons, but you can't mistake this. I mean, this is seriously iconic. So yes, Kenneth, you are correct. And if I had a bell, I would go ding, 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 ding. You are correct, Kenneth. Absolutely. Freddie Foodoo King in the house. Thanks so much for jumping on, brother. Great to see you on here. Rick Marone. We got everybody is here. We got 46 peeps in the house right now. If we can somehow get up to 50, we'll jump immediately into the review because I definitely want to jump in and give this a go here. So let at least 4 peeps that you know about the stream right now, and we'll get the food review started like immediately as we go down the line here as well. So we got 47 in the house. Almost there. Drew, you may be onto something. That may be afterwards. So yes, you may see some stuff regarding some donuts. Possibly. We'll have to see how this goes. Let's see here. Going down the line. Hang on one second. Richmond, Virginia from Rickard. Let's see. Rick says, I think Hollywood has gotten really lazy with a lot and killed a lot of classic movies. Yeah, well, trying to redo a lot of them. That is for sure. Unfortunately. Let's see. Opinion on Halloween 3 from Dylan, Season of the Witch. I actually enjoy that film. It's got some good moments to it there. I mean, definitely they tried to do something different, and the whole, idea of a Halloween anthology type of thing, which is what John Carpenter wanted to do back in the day, is actually working more nowadays than it did back then. American Horror Story, every year they changed the theme, that type of thing, and that's what he wanted to do because after Halloween 2, he figured that was pretty much all people wanted to see of Michael Myers. Obviously. That's not what Hollywood wanted, and people have just a fiendish appetite for Mikey. And obviously, with the new films filming right now in North Carolina, I'm super excited for Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. It's going to be awesome. So, but Season of the Witch is a favorite. I was tempted to bring that out, and I think maybe for next week, we'll have to see if I can do that actually, because that'll be the week before Halloween, and we'll see if we can actually bring out some of my favorite Halloween sequels. Maybe we should say. But Halloween 3 is good. I do enjoy that film, definitely. 51 peeps in the house right now. I think we've hit it right now, too, here. So with that said, and I'm a man of my word, I am going to jump in and give this a go. So I'm going to try and moderate the chat on my own as I'm looking at stuff here. And naturally, we've got a lot of amazing people who are helping me do this right now. So if you guys are trying to ask some questions and I'm not getting to you, it's only because I'm trying to do what I'm going to do. But just know that I will be trying to keep up with the chat here, and definitely when I'm done with it, I'll try and skim back and see some of if there was any questions or anything that was like urgent. But if you'd like to cut and paste that at the very end, once I finished, we can always try and get to answer then. So we'll have to see. A couple of things here quickly. Nathan Alvarado, let's see, where did you buy the mask? That was actually purchased at gosh, it was a long time ago. I believe it was Amazon, believe it or not. I remember I had it shipped to my previous working life. I had it shipped there along with the Freddy Krueger glove, which I'll probably show you guys next week on that one as well. So it's going to be good. I have to do this next week anyway, too, because on November 1st, which is that Friday, I'm watching Terminator Dark Fate. I can't obviously watch that on a Thursday, which is Halloween. I don't know anybody who would want to do that. So after next week's stream, the following week on November 1st, there won't be a stream. But then the week after that, we'll talk a little bit about Terminator. But I believe that was shipped to me, believe it or not, along with the metal Freddy glove, which I'll save that for next week to let you guys take a look at there. All right. So, guys, I think it is time to jump into this right now because I am a little nervous about it at the same time because it seems to be pretty serious. But at the same time, it's something that I've had a lot of trouble trying to find. And when I finally did find this, I was like, okay, I can't wait to do this on the stream. And then I couldn't do the stream last week. So it is what it is. So let's jump into what I originally reviewed, I want to say a year ago, roughly, probably I think it was 2 weeks before Halloween then, where I was actually on Suicide Bridge, which is actually the haunted bridge that they have here in Pasadena, which really is a haunted place. But yes, it definitely was scary when I did that over there. And just so you know, from Tony Roca, I know you want to see the mask one more time. Good old Mikey. I love him. I love him. He's my brother right there. I love him. Absolutely. Good old Mike. Love this mask. I did the Taco Bell Diablo chips on that bridge. And basically, I walked down that bridge. I tried to do kind of like see if we can see any ghosts and things like that as well. And very, very scary. I remember going through that. It was very uncomfortable. But I actually received a box from Taco Bell at the time. And they actually had the mild chips originally that came out, and then the fiery chips, and then Diablo chips they came out and they sent a separate box for, which I have around here somewhere. I probably should have brought that out. But that was actually something that we did last year. So I was on a mission, and it looks like Drew may have guessed it over here. Yes, Reaper Ranch tortilla chips. And you guys know I love doing chip reviews on live stream primarily there. A lot of my main content that I produce, I usually have stuff scheduled in advance, and I reach out with other not manufacturers, but other restaurants, fast food chains, and I do network with a lot of people. So I usually have a block schedule, usually a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks out, and I'm always filming and I'm doing things. But I love doing these types of reviews for you guys on live stream because it's our personal time. Like I say, I love connecting with you guys, and it was just a blast to always do, naturally here. So Reaper Ranch, very excited. Now, whenever I see anything with ranch in the title, immediately my head goes to, okay, this is going to kind of be a pseudo cooling effect. They're not going to be completely crazy hot because obviously this is like a fast food type chip, mainstream product. There's no way they're going to actually make this a crazy, crazy hot situation, right? Made with Carolina Reaper peppers. Now, scorching level, I don't know if you guys can see that right over there. It is 5 peppers. Now, I'm assuming it's on a scale of 5 because in my mind, 5 out of what? 5 out of 10, 5 out of 20, 5 out of 5. I've never really seen any other bar like this on any of their other chips. So if they actually had this, like maybe on the Diablo chips showing the level, I would probably be more inclined to say, okay, this is going to be 5 out of 5. It's going to be hot. That's probably what they're going for, right? Give me a thumbs up if you think the 5 out of 5 means that this is the hottest chip that they have actually in a mainstream product for themselves. Give me that thumbs up here. Or better yet, give me a flame emoji in there as well too there, and let me know. Or even a pepper emoji, any type of emoji that looks like something referring to, a Reaper or, a pepper, fire, a skull, whatever you want to do. Let's keep it Halloween. Let's keep it all in effect over here. And for those of you who don't know, and I probably should have mentioned this, you should have a separate tab open on your browser, open to Emojipedia, so that way you can find your emojis right there. Very easy. Just put them in. We got Frankie James jumping in here right now. Bulldog is jumping in with the skull and crossbones, one of my favorites right there, which incidentally, the skull emoji is always used around the Halloween time. The voodoo tenders from Popeyes right now. A lot of you guys are really loving that as well. Mr. Jimmy, make sure you have enough water on hand in case it's pretty hot. Yes, I do. I do. In the trusty Peep This Out mug, absolutely. I am ready to go. I probably should have actually had some milk or almond milk or something like that in there, but I just opted just for some water right now. So I'm hoping this is going to be the real deal. But let's just get into this right now. I think I've stretched this out long enough. We've got Taco Bell new Reaper Ranch tortilla chips. This was actually found at my local CVS. And incidentally, if you guys are watching this on the replay or if you happen to be watching this live, I want to say his name was Ryan. When I was actually looking for these, I found these at the CVS, and he recognized me in store, and it kind of threw me for a loop really quick because I never expect anything like that at all. But he was like, hey, bro, I watch your videos, I love your stuff. I saw you just did the really big Carl from Carl's Jr. We had a fun time, there on the line really quickly, so it was really cool. And as I walked away, he's telling me to stay frosty, which I was like, oh, I gave him that finger. I mean, that was just a really cool experience. So Ryan, I think that's your name. I think it was Ryan. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate the amazing customer service and the shout out from you in store right there in CVS. But it was great to meet you. It was definitely great to meet you. But these were about, I think it was like $1.79 or something like that. This is a 3.5 ounce bag for what this is. So it is really, really cool in terms of just the packaging of it here. So the back of it here, I'll just read this to you just to let you know to set this up. Looks can be deceiving. This chip may look tame, but we took the epic hotness of the Carolina Reaper pepper and paired it with the cooling zest of ranch. Automatically, I'm thinking it's going to be hot and then it's going to immediately pull back. I hope that's not the case. For flavor, you can feel. It says, in a world more Taco Bell is just the kind of world we want to live in. That's why we've made Taco Bell tortilla chips. It's the taste that you crave in chip form. You're welcome. So Reaper Ranch tortilla chips. Here we go. Opening the bag carefully. Okay, I am not going to smell it yet. I'm going to let you guys take a look. Let me just stretch this out. All right, I'm going to let you guys take a look. Hopefully this is not going to freak out focus-wise. Take a look on the inside. Looking at it in the viewfinder there, it doesn't look too threatening. They kind of look like the Cool Ranch Doritos, actually, if you ask me. A little bit of a tint. Actually, hold on a second. That is a little threatening. Yeah, that's a, well, it's a little, it smells a little threatening, believe it or not, but it looks like the Cool Ranch Doritos. And I'm going to try and focus this. This is probably not going to work. Focus, okay, there we go. Not too bad. I know the lighting is a little so-so in here, but as you can see, it doesn't really have too much color in the dusting that it's got there, but take a closer look. They're pretty standard sized chips. I want to say maybe just a little smaller than a Dorito. They're not really as thick. Very similar to what these are. So let's give this a go, guys. Here we go. The new Reaper Ranch tortilla chips from Taco Bell. Ooh, I remember the Diablo. Here we go. Wish me luck. Mmm. Cold. Oh, whoa. Oh, that ranch is not quite, it's not quite cooling it off. Wow. That is definitely hotter than the Diablo. Oh my God. Ooh. My tonsils right now, it's not a good situation. Hang on. These are, wow, these are hot. These are seriously hot. Scorching spice level. I am drooling right now. I am not kidding you. I am, hold on a second. God, I'm sweating already. Yeah, that is strong. That is strong. Let me. Yeah. And when you cough, it makes it worse. Oh man. Okay. I'm gonna do like 2 more. I'll do 2 more for you because yeah, yeah. Let me bring this up a little further here. Let me cover my face just so I can kind of try and get my composure. All right. Here we go again. This is legit. This is really legit. I have to say, the dusting, you can't tell some of the detail that's on the packaging here right now. This is actually, I'm not rubbing my eyes, Erica. Erica National, no. I'm being very careful with that. My eyes are watering right now. They're really strong. Really, really strong. This is hotter than the Diablo. It really is. Here we go, round 2. Only because I love you guys. Let's peep this out. Oh man. It gets worse because I already have the spice from the first one. This is awesome. It's awesome, but it's borderline uncomfortable for me. I got to be honest, borderline. Yeah, you know, I love you guys. I really do. But oh my God, it's pretty awesome stuff. $1.79 and change. I'm sweating right now. My eyes. Oh. Yeah, this is no joke. I really wish I had like. Oh. I really wish I had like some milk or almond milk or something. Oh man. You know, I may go for like half of one for the third one because I'm good. I thought it was actually going to be okay because the first one kind of subsided. But then with the second one, again, yeah, this is legit. This really is legit. They won't have this at the fast food restaurants. They can't do this at the actual Taco Bell locations there. There's no way they can do this. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is pretty nuts right now. Highly recommended for spice heads. You guys are spice heads out there? Any of you spice heads out there, even borderline spice head, this is the truth. For a mainstream chip, this is probably the hottest thing I have ever had from Taco Bell, bar none. Smokes Diablo, smokes it. This is crazy. Okay, you know what? I'm a big boy. I'm going to go for one more chip. And I'm going to get a full one for you. I'm not, some of these are kind of broken up here. Here we go. All right. Third time's a charm. I am crying right now. The corners of my eyes. But I love you guys. I love you guys. I'm a glutton for punishment. You know, I think some of the 1999 super chat from Buzz7332 is going to go towards buying some medication or something to help me with my help calming the fire here right now. So Buzz, thank you. I appreciate you greatly right now. Round 3 Reaper Ranch. My mouth is buzzing right now. I am drooling again. Glutton for punishment. This is going to do me in right now, big time. I know it. Rickard, I've got my big boy pants on. Oh, wow. Word of advice. Word of advice. Don't breathe in through your mouth while you're chewing this. While if you have a tendency to kind of, you know, chew with your mouth open or kind of open, don't do it. Don't do it, because that's what makes it the worst. You have to really literally close mouth only, which is what I guess we should be doing anyway, right? Manners. But yeah, this is the truth right now. 10 out of 10. 10 out of freaking 10. I'm probably not going to finish these chips. I'm going to have the wifey try it. But yeah, these are all oh, I'm breathing in as I'm talking, and it's making it worse. Yeah, I can't do anything more than 3 chips, guys. 10 out of 10. I'm good. I'm done. Reaper Ranch in effect. This is easily something you want to give a shot. Don't let the ranch fool you. There is no ranch flavor in this whatsoever at all. Let me just take a look at the ingredients here, because I always like to keep myself in the dark with these things and then go over it, give you my full breakdown without any type of anything. I haven't seen any reviews of these purposely, because I've always wanted, I knew I was going to do this eventually. But let me just take a look here and see. Wow, guys, check this out. This is the truth right now. What I'm about to read you, I mean, they have all the usual other stuff here, buttermilk, you know, a little bit of the cheddar cheese flavor. Let's see, non-fat dry milk, lactose, dehydrated cheddar cheese milk. Take a look. You ready for the spice blend on this? First of all, do you guys actually believe there's Carolina Reaper peppers in this? Carolina Reaper pepper. If you guys actually believe it, give me a thumbs up and tell me this truly is legit, because they all have it in name only. But do you actually think this actually has the Reaper name? If it actually has the Reaper product in it there, give me that thumbs up. Buzz says it's got the thumbs up. Derek, don't stray too far from. Oh, it's horrible. Drew says yes, thumbs up. Rick Marone says thumbs up. Bulldog 4574 says thumbs up. Take a look at this breakdown of the spice. You ready for this? This is the truth right now. I am shocked. I am shocked. It says here, Carolina Reaper pepper blend. This is not just Carolina Reaper pepper. It's blended with something. And I'm going to read you. Actually, there's 2 main ingredients that it's blended with. And I don't know if you, this is crazy. I'm surprised they didn't actually call this what this is actually, because this actually sounds pretty awesome. Yes, it has Carolina Reaper in it. The other ingredient, Moruga Scorpion. I've never heard of that, but scorpion is in the name, which means that you get a little extra sting, a little extra bite. So this is not just Carolina Reaper. Just for good measure, let's throw a little scorpion powder into this, or scorpion, like a blend of scorpion and Carolina Reaper together. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then it has dehydrated parsley, probably some of the flakes that are on the chips. It has a generic word spice on its own. So turmeric, which they typically, that's actually in the beef anyway, so it's got a little bit of that in there. Annatto color, which is the same type of annatto, which is actually in Fruit Loops. It's all the same flavor of annatto and Fruit Loops, just so you guys know, even though they're different colors, they're all the same flavor. But guys, scorpion and Carolina Reaper. I don't know if anyone else has either mentioned that in the reviews or whatnot, but this actually has a blend of Carolina Reaper and Moruga Scorpion together to give you that 1-2 punch and completely destroy your inside, because this is nuts. Honestly, I can't do anything more than the 3 chips that are on the bag. Maybe there's a reason why there's 3 chips right there. I just saw this right now. That maybe is the reason for that. If you get past 3, you let me know. Send me a message directly. Let me know if you're able to finish this bag in one sitting, because yeah, no bueno situation on that. No bueno. Yeah, so glad I did this one. Won't be doing it again. I'm good. 10 out of 10. Okay. Yes, I am sweating just a little. Can you tell? My hair is beginning to drop. My hair is definitely beginning to drop here right now. Oh, wow. Let's see. I should put those out of the party and not see what the flavor is. Yeah, that would be something cool to do on Halloween. Bus. Just put out a bowl of Reaper Ranch chips and just let people say, just kind of put it in there and just mix it around. Maybe not with something else. You don't want to dilute it, but definitely, yes, that would be kind of a fun prank for Halloween. But crazy stuff there. Robert makes the cut. What it do, Robert? Great to see you on here, man. Thanks so much for jumping on. Oh, wow. Lesser is studying for accounting. Friday Night Bummer, man. Hey, thanks for jumping on, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, Freddie, I believe you on that, man. I'm with my glass system. These are definitely a no bueno situation there. But yes, definitely crazy. Definitely crazy. Trav tries in the house. Trav, what it do, man? What it do? I just got through a very painful session of giving the Reaper Ranch fries a shot. This is definitely the truth. It really is. Oh, too much. All right, that was definitely fun to do. I finally, guys, believe it or not, since I've been talking and I've stopped eating that third chip, I'm barely beginning to get that feeling of the burn beginning to subside. This is no joke. That's a linger chip if ever there is one. That really is something else. So, I'm glad they actually, put Diablo out there. I guess they've always known they're going to do something a little bit hotter than that because most people think Diablo is going to be the top. Reaper Ranch is definitely the truth. That is true. I mean, whatever we get Reaper Ranch for the food at Taco Bell is completely diluted compared to that. And I highly suspect that you're not going to find in the ingredients list Maruga scorpion on your Reaper Ranch fries. I highly doubt it. Believe me, that's just not going to be. But yeah, it was pretty crazy right there. Drew says they weren't bad. I'm building up my immunity. Very nice. I typically do okay with spicy things, I got to be honest. But it just, some things, believe me, they hit me. Dominic, why is the stuffed cheese of pizza still isn't here? Wasn't it limited time? Still, actually, a lot of Pizza Huts do have those right now. So I did actually see it. If you guys have seen my recent review of the sriracha wings, the smoky, quote unquote, not to ruin the review, that I did recently of the smoky sriracha. It's definitely, those were not really smoky, but the sriracha was decent, but definitely wasn't that great. Nehemiah, sing the Freddy Krueger rhyme. How many of you guys know the Freddy Krueger rhyme? Give me a thumbs up here in the chat. Maybe we'll see about getting into that real quick. Let's see here. Just me out there. Sherry, how you doing? Thanks so much for jumping on. Appreciate you. Spending a little bit of time on a Friday night. I am absolutely feeling my throat right now. Still, it's going in there. So how does that rhyme go? 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, grab your crucifix. 7, 8, gonna stay up late. 9, 10, never sleep again. There we go. Out of tune completely, but it is what it is. But speaking of horror movies, what do you say we get into a couple of classics that I would probably recommend that you guys check out if you haven't, or if you have, and it's definitely something you haven't, watched in a long time. I actually pulled a couple of things off here for you, and actually 3 different ones here. Well, technically 2, but it's kind of a 2 for 1 on one of them there. All right, guys, this one is a classic, 1981. If you guys have heard of a movie called The Howling, this is actually an updated cover for the Blu-ray a few years back that came out. But this stars Dee Wallace, or Dee Wallace known, who was in Cujo and Critters and that type of thing. It's probably one of the greatest werewolf movies ever made, strictly because of the transformation of one of the characters into a werewolf, actually, when Dee Wallace Stone is snooping around and she comes across somebody who is kind of like a serial killer type of guy who winds up at this, sleepaway type of like a retreat. But probably one of the greatest transformation sequences in the history of cinema. I kid you not. It's worth watching just for that. But was amazing. Yes, she was the mom from E.T., Rick Marone. You already know what it is. But really just amazing stuff. So the really awesome werewolf movie. I'm not going to give away too much of the plot. Obviously, it deals with werewolves. And the fact that Dee Wallace Stone is a news reporter following the case of somebody that kind of leads her to a retreat and things kind of go awry from there. So it really is a pretty awesome movie. And I believe, actually, I want to say, is Tom Atkins? I think Tom Atkins may be in this one from Halloween 3. I think he played the husband, I think. I could be wrong. I could be wrong because it's been a minute. But guys, The Howling is just amazing. There's been a lot of cheesy sequels to this movie, direct to DVD and direct to movies, stuff like that as well. But yeah, definitely the original is definitely the best. And this artwork is really cool. I mean, take a closer look at this here. Let me see if I can focus this in. See if it'll focus. Like I said, I'm having trouble with the camera stuff lately here, but it's really got some cool artwork. It definitely looks pretty cool. But really, really awesome stuff here. And this Blu-ray, it's the same actually on the back, so it's actually the same as this one here. But if you guys are fans of werewolf horror specifically, this is really some of the best out there. And literally, guys, this movie is from '81, and there's a lot of things, a lot of horror movies that have come out with werewolves, obviously, over the years. A lot of them just don't have the visceral nastiness that this one does. Just in the effects and the fact that it was all done with puppetry and prosthetics and bulging, you know, things to make things look the way that they do, and then you see things stretching out. It was the real deal back in the day. But just amazing stuff, I got to tell you. It says a classic tale of werewolf carnage on Blu-ray for the first time. This was literally a few years back when I got this, so a long time ago. But imagine your worst fear a reality. Kind of cheesy, but cool. Definitely cool. So good times without a doubt from The Howling. And then, and again, crazy gory. I mean, naturally, it really is pretty awesome. And then the classic, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Ash versus Evil Dead, the original Evil Dead. Probably one of the nastiest films out there that was made on a shoestring budget when they were in college, actually, back in the day. Sam Raimi before his Spider-Man days, Bruce Campbell, Ash versus Evil Dead. It definitely classic stuff in terms of just the nastiness of this particular one. This was the very first one, a version of that I got on Blu-ray when it first came out, way back in the day. And this movie, actually, I want to say was in 80 or 81. I think it was in 81, something like that. This one was actually 2010, actually, is when this came out on Blu-ray in this version of it here. So if you guys haven't seen something like this, pretty awesome. Now, this has been reissued a million times over the years, and my all-time favorite version of it, which is very hard to find, believe it or not, is the original Book of the Dead. This is actually a collectible keepsake that has the movie on the inside. Take a look at how authentically real this looks, guys. This is a rubber book. Look at this here. It's crazy here. Let me open this up. Let's see if we can take this out. And just to kind of show you on the back, these are, I don't know if you can kind of read this or let it pause. You can kind of check it out later. But this is how it came in the store, just in this plastic insert. And this is literally the Book of the Dead. Guys, it's a rubber book. Look at this. This is just, it's crazy. It's actually rubberized. Look at the ear on the back. It's really, really cool. It is the real deal. I know. It's very hard to find this. They don't make this anymore. But let me take a look. I'll give you a little brief tour. And it's even on the inside, still the same thing. Really awesome. So it's supposed to simulate skin, you know, the mask and everything like that. It's really got like kind of like a Leatherface, or Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibe, really. So Lester says the remake was good. It was okay. It was all right. All right. So why you have some blank pages for notes, I don't know, but basically has it. It's got an introduction. It's got the full artwork from the film. Dude, this is the real deal, guys. I'm telling you, this is the real deal. It's everything. Book design. The Book of the Dead sculpted in pages and artwork created by Tom Sullivan from 2002 was when this came out, guys. 2002. So 17 years ago. God, that is just crazy to think about. If you guys remember the film, when they were looking through it, this is exactly what it is. I'm trying not to go through anything here, but then naturally, take a look. Pretty cool. And then it's got some empty pages in there as well too. And then on the inside, just nasty stuff right there. So it's got the full breakdown. Sam Raimi is basically the whole cast and crew. It's got this collectible book insert talking about the making of and everything like that as well. And then on the very back is the film with Ash right there with blood running down his face right there. So really, really awesome stuff, guys. It really is worth it. To find something like this as a collectible, I'm sure it's worth something. And the Book of the Dead is even autographed T. Sullivan right there. So he actually designed this, which is kind of cool. So really, really awesome. I really absolutely love it. Critical East Japan in the house. Great to see you on here, Paul. Great to see you guys again. Jump on over. Critical East Japan, doing it up big in Japan for real. He is over there. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. As always, some really awesome stuff. Seeing how it is in other parts of the world in terms of how what they eat, and the packaging and just all the fun stuff there. Plus, Paul's a talented musician. There's plenty of videos on his channel about that as well. Take a look at that. But guys, Evil Dead, Book of the Dead, classic film. Typical story. Kids go up to a log cabin type of situation. They're kind of vacationing over. They accidentally read passages from a book. It unleashes demons from the forest. Real nasty things happen, but the prosthetics, the effects, everything about this film is legendary. It's cult status. They had a remake that came out, which kind of changed the story a little bit, but still kind of kept the same basic theme. But it's really nowhere near as good as the original OG. But speaking of that, we'll see if you guys can remember the sequel, which is kind of the quasi remake after the success of the first film. The first film ends on a little bit of a cliffhanger. Then they kind of reboot and give you a little bit of the similar type of story from the first one, but they take out some characters. It's kind of weird how they do it, but it works, believe it or not, surprisingly. So yes, Evil Dead 2 is classic. I mean, this is seriously probably the top of its game before Universal stepped in and killed it with Army of Darkness, which actually was originally Evil Dead 3, the third entry, because at the very end of this one, not to spoil too much about it, because you guys know he kind of it's a time travel type thing. Universal kind of made it a little bit more of a PG-13 type of film. They really watered it down. It wasn't nearly as good as the first two. And obviously with the remake so many years later, everyone is waiting for a full-on sequel, which Bruce Campbell just was talking at a convention recently. They have a director, they have story ideas, and they're going to see actually a new movie with the Evil Dead franchise coming very soon, hopefully in the R-rated vein here. But Evil Dead 2 is really the top of this type of horror from back in the day easily. It's really, really amazing film, guys, and so much fun to watch, and just classic. It really is just super classic. So Evil Dead 2, without a doubt, no matter which version you get, whether it's the Book of the Dead, the collectible right over here, the second one, or the original poster, if you see this in the stores, if you see this for like $5 to $10, pick it up. I mean, it's worth your time. And of course, for werewolf horror, without a doubt, The Howling is easily a favorite. I'm probably going to watch this one later on tonight. Incidentally, since we're on the topic here of talking, anyone watching Creepshow on Shudder right now? Very curious to know if you guys are watching the Shudder series. It's only 6 episodes, but each episode has two short stories in it there, so 12 total. Creepshow is actually doing very, very well, I got to say, in terms of just the quality of what I'm seeing from that show. 4th episode came out. It airs every Thursday on Shudder. So I am going to be watching it later on tonight. And tomorrow is putting together some content, something I filmed a week ago that I'm actually a little bit behind on, but I'm actually going to put out this weekend for you guys. I'm shooting for Sunday, so 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as usual. Hopefully you guys are going to like what you see. It was definitely a fun thing to put together, and I was very curious. So definitely we'll have to talk about that after it launches. But let me see here. Going down the line, you guys are all chatting it up here in the chat. It's great to see everybody on here right now. We have about 17 or so minutes left before I'm going to head out and grab something light to eat, something fun to eat, I think. May stream it on Instagram. Again, that's where you'll find it if I'm going to do it, since we're doing it on YouTube tonight, at Peep This Out Reviews on IG. So if you guys are probably within the hour after at some point, you may or may not see something pop up. Maybe. I'm not sure yet. Don't want to commit to it. Not sure yet. Rickard, I want to see Peep This Out and Critical Eats collab. That one day that will happen. Believe me, one day that will happen. It's just trying to find the right thing. Paul's a great guy, and he's definitely got some amazing content. And I think what we do really syncs up with each other. If we can figure out something in the future, for sure. But definitely good times. Really just an awesome contributor to the community as always. Tried watching the first episode of Creepshow. Can't say I'm a fan. Yeah, the first episode was a little different to start off with. I think they probably should have started with the last episode. The Man in the Suitcase was fantastic. That would have been a great way to start it off. But even still, it was really great to see Adrienne Barbeau from the original Creepshow movie in that very first episode, which I thought was really good, including Gus Fring from Breaking Bad. That actor was in there as well. And Toby Bell, who is in Saw. I mean, guys, it's just a who's who of horror icons and popular show icons that are in the series so far. It's really, really cool. Let's see. Derek Leveske, Better Watch Out was better. Yes. I did a little voiceover work in that movie, Derek. I think you know that. Yeah, I enjoy that film. That's actually one of the all-time great films around the holiday time for Christmas horror, believe it or not. That's on a lot of lists right now. You're starting to find that there. Better Watch Out. So it really is really fun. Really hope they do a sequel to that. I kind of know some of the plans and what they wanted to do with it. It would be nice to see it actually happen. Lance, what's Ian's background for using Stay Frosty? I think you guys should know. Most of you guys should know this already from Hudson from Aliens. Actually, that's the main reason. He's the main reason. We're game over when Hick says just stay frosty to him. You know, basically stay on your toes. But I've always loved the term, to be honest. There, it's just really, really one of my all-time favorite movies is Aliens. That's primarily the reason. David P, what it do? Wants me to have another chip? Nope, it's not gonna happen. Larry, In and Out, not tonight, not tonight. But yes, we'll have to see. It may be some donuts. Who knows? Who knows? Chili fries from the hat. That actually sounds pretty good. Just me out there. What's with donuts? Well, I hear there's like certain pumpkin donuts that are out at a lot of different places around the, well, naturally around the country. It's Halloween time. But there's a popular spot here in Southern Cali. If I give you the city where it's located, it's going to give it away instantly. So we'll just keep the suspense there. But just know that, you know, holiday time is meant to kind of partake and sample certain treats that are out there. And far be it from me not to sample once in a while. I mean, you got to live a little bit, right? I mean, naturally, you want to keep a healthy lifestyle. You want to keep, you know, active and do what you need to do. But you want to be able to kind of enjoy yourself at the same time. So we'll have to see. We will have to see. All right, let me shoot down to the bottom of the chat here to try and catch up a little bit. There we go. Okay, there we go. Saber fan, Ian, you rock. You have my interaction from old school food review guys, Ken, Dame, people like that. You know, I actually once in a blue moon do chat with Ken on social media. I know we kind of, in terms of watching each other's content and commenting back and forth, but every so often I do see a message from Ken as well. Everyone is so busy doing what they're doing. I know that it feels like so many years have kind of passed and everyone is kind of moving in all these different directions, but still social media keeps us all kind of close knit that way as well. So it would be cool to kind of hear from some of the old school peeps from back in the day as well. But I'm guilty of it just like anybody else as well too there. Just so you guys know, I am always editing. I'm always filming. I'm always doing something. Sometimes I feel like I just don't do anything else outside of what I do, aside from just normal life and stuff as well. But I have so much fun doing it that I don't look at it that way, except when I look back in hindsight, I'm like, yeah, I'm always busy. I'm always editing. I'm always doing something at night. I'm always doing something in front of a camera. Whatever it is, it's something that I'm always doing. So I can understand as creators and fellow creators who are watching the stream right now, I think you can attest to this. I always firmly believe, and I've always said this a million times, you should always produce more than you consume. And that's what I do, is I produce more than I consume. So I try and watch a lot of different things. I try and do a lot of different things. Robert Make the Cut. You may be onto something there, possibly, from your question, what you may be guessing. You never know. But I'm very much in the vein of always producing the very next thing. I always have whatever the next thing is coming out. I'm always kind of like, you know, 2 or 3 steps ahead, trying to always push my stuff forward and to kind of produce what I can, and then give myself enough time to kind of relax when possible to enjoy a lot of other stuff as well. So it's very hard for me to try and do everything. And for me, being a one-man show, to do everything, it makes it very hard to be everything to everybody all the time, whether it's trying to answer so many things that I get directly to. That's why I think doing these live streams makes so much more sense for me, because as my channel is growing and growing, and I'm trying to answer as many comments as I can while I'm producing, while I'm planning, while I'm doing all the other stuff, it gives me an opportunity to, you know, interact with you guys directly, because I always say these are special times, right? It gives me a chance to look at you directly, and we can have these moments on these live streams and have a good time. So I look forward to it. I look forward to it for that reason. I think it means more personally, I think, when you can hear it and see it, as opposed to kind of like, you know, the message generically, which I get as well. But I like being able to kind of acknowledge as many peeps as I can here in the chat, and, you know, hopefully give you guys something to either think about, something that's entertaining, something informative, something thought-provoking, you know, any of those types of things. That's my 2 cents. So yes, when it comes to the old school peeps, I know that we're all busy doing our stuff, and, you know, in terms of collabing and doing stuff, I would love to be able to do a lot of different things. If I had a team of people, the way things are getting right now, I really need help. I gotta be honest, because it's getting crazy trying to to do what I want to do and the amount of time that I like to do it, because I'm kind of a perfectionist trying to create as much as I can and give you the style that I'm used to as well, while I'm trying to change things. Naturally, we've got a new intro on the videos and stuff too. So Just Me Out There says she loves Tiger Tails from the Donut Man. Yep, I definitely agree. Those are amazing. Definitely amazing. Let's see. Yes, from Rickard, Critical did some Halloween-themed donuts here recently that were interesting. You know, the ones from Krispy Kreme look pretty awesome. I can't get over to check those out, though. That's the only problem with my schedule, with the way things are there. I would have loved to have checked those out about a week or two ago. Hopefully before the end of the month, but I can't promise it, because I have a couple of big things in the works right now that are, you know, if one of them pans out, it's going to be pretty cool. I hope it does. I should know in a few days. Let's see, Mr. Jimmy. Hey, kudos on the new intro screen that you released. Thank you. Just my way of, like, you know, putting my my little spin on things right there and changing it up every so often. You got to keep things a little fresh. Sometimes you got to give things a new coat of paint sometimes, Mr. Jimmy, as you know, just to kind of keep things moving. And honestly, I like to kind of rotate some of my graphics, some of my images and different things, my end card stuff. Very, very hard to kind of stick with one thing, because I get bored quickly and I want to kind of move into something different. So whether it's doing some like different type of overlay or doing some type of B-roll voiceover, giving you as much drool-worthy food footage as I can, because I love doing that stuff. Definitely, I love giving you a little bit of something different as the channel is beginning to kind of continue to do its thing as well. So you guys chatting about Halloween flicks. Did you like Halloween 2? I liked it because the Silver Shamrock song. Yes, that was from Halloween 3. That's a classic song. 8 more days to Halloween, 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 Silver Shamrock. It's classic. Let's see. Rickard, agree. The new intro from the reviews is so clean. Thank you. I appreciate it. I always work on pacing. I know a lot of my earlier videos, I would kind of watch some of them back and I'd be like, man, I'm talking very fast on a few of them. But it's all about growing and pacing yourself. And when I try and, you know, watch things, you got to start somewhere and just continually try and improve. Some are going to be better, some are not going to be as good, by, you know, based upon what you want to do. But you already know what it is. It's all about just continually keeping the content pushed forward, and continually trying to up your game and do the very best that you can. And I'm glad you guys are digging the new intro and a couple of the new things. It's definitely a lot of fun. Dominic, were the chips part of the review? Yes, tonight they were. If it's the Reaper Ranch you're talking about, yes. Trav, it's hard to rely on other people sometimes, so a one-man show is sometimes just how it is. Yes, I know. You already know, Trav. I can't really trust anyone else to do any editing on my own stuff, because it's just not, you know, I got to do my own thing, and I do all my filming, I do my editing, I do graphic work, I do all of my stuff on my own. So believe me, I'm very much trying to do what I need to do with that. And I have so much fun putting it together. I mean, I just have so much fun doing it there. Drew, I have a new look for my live stream tonight. Cool. I should be able to catch and see what you got going on over there, Drew, for sure. Let's see here. Saberfan, you have any upcoming plans for anything new? Maybe not a daily vlog, but a day in the life, a week in the vlog, anything that would be interesting. Very interested in more content. You know, I'm always fielding ideas, but, you know, the way things have been going and getting contacted by companies and things to try and produce and to come take a look at and try, it's so hard for me to kind of deviate away, even though I know a lot of people would say, like, you know, I'd love to see like a daily vlog, like every day. But considering how long it takes me to make one of my videos, which literally, and I've talked about this, it could be anywhere from 4 to 8 hours plus. Sometimes it feels like almost like a full day of stuff. It can be a little hard to do, but not against the idea of it, naturally. But, you know, as things go on, and if I can find a more efficient way to do that, maybe I'll have to see there. I'm not one of these guys that can just pop a camera on and just, you know, maybe just like these live streams, just keeping it going and just maybe getting used to that type of format on a daily basis. I guess maybe that would help, but we'll have to see. But I'll definitely table it, Saber. I know that, you know, as time is going by, what got me to 23 or 24,000 plus subscribers, we're almost there, is not going to get me to the 40, 50, 60, 80, 100, you know, whatever it may be. Eventually, we're going to have to do some type of shift to kind of, you know, make things a little bit more, you know, ramped, so that way things can really go, you know, even faster. So we'll have to see. Brian Goes Blue, we need to try those voodoo strips from Popeyes. Yes, that was a blast to check out. And again, shout out. I was chatting over with my buddy The Endorsement I want to say a few days prior to that. And and we were, you know, chatting about it, and he had heard that that was actually going to be one of the next things that could be coming out around the Halloween time. And then the very next day, I thought, let me just drive by. I was kind of thinking about going to get some, you know, tenders anyway. They've got a $3.99 promo on the app, which I always like to get every once in a blue moon. And then it just happened to be up on the window. So I filmed it and put that one out. It was a blast to put together, and it was a blast to try. And definitely good stuff. Definitely good stuff. Elizabeth, don't ask me why, but I just chalked up your speed talking to being in California. No idea where they came up with that. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I would think maybe if I was back east in New York, maybe that would be a little bit more different. But, you know, usually the stereotype of being in California, being on the West Coast is you're more laid back. So I should be talking like slower, you know, like more calm. Like I have like, you know, all the time in the world. But, you know, naturally, as you're still getting your bearing, and even 6 years plus in doing this stuff on YouTube, I'm still finding my footing with certain things. I think I've got a pretty good idea of how my stuff is looking and how it's being perceived by others. But at the same time, you know, there's always room for improvement, you know, for things. So you already know. Let's see. Going down the line as I am falling off my stool that I've got here right now. Let's see. Derek, do you save Pizza Hut Cheez-Its box? No. I couldn't do that. That pretty much was stained on the bottom. Pretty bad, I have to say. Pretty bad. Those things are a little bit on the greasier side for sure. Critical, any Halloween-themed burgers coming out? We haven't had any yet. You know what, you guys, actually, I think it's Korea that has the Scream Monster X, Paul, out your way. There's a couple little rumblings and things that I'm trying to confirm, but there's nothing that immediately is a yes or no yet for that. But there's little tidbits of things that I can't really say just yet because I'm trying to confirm. So I have my feelers out to a lot of people for the usual suspects who you would think would carry something. But we'll have to see what the answer is, yay or nay, for that. But right now, it's really more overseas that goes crazy. And Paul, you can probably confirm this because it's true. For those of you guys who don't know, the original Black Bun Whopper that came out of BK, the version they had over in Japan was actually used with squid ink, which is actually something to really darken the bun and give you that look. Where in the U.S., it was a combination of, I believe, just food coloring that most people expected. But they marketed it as A1 steak sauce as being the version for that there. So naturally, with the green one that came out, that was more of the coloring as well from the Nightmare King from last year. So who knows? But there's some good stuff overseas that they have that they just don't do it here in America enough, which I think a lot of people would love to see because, really would be awesome right there. Let's see. Haven't played Ghost Recon, Nehemiah. Not yet. Not in a long time, actually. I got to say, it's been a long time. Let's see, Elizabeth, but you're originally from the East Coast, right? Maybe that's it. Yes, that's true, Rickard. That's true, actually. Now, granted, I was 11 years old when I moved out here, so it's kind of I've gotten older, but hopefully we'll have to see. Let's see, Derek Levesque, BK's got to do something they always do. I got to be honest, they skip a year every so often, and for as long as I've been doing food reviews here on YouTube, I want to say last year was the Nightmare King. The green one. That's one of my biggest videos that I've done. And then the year before that, I want to say was the Scary Fanta drink. There was no burger then. But then the previous year before that was the Black Bun Whopper with the whole scandal that happened during that time, which I'm not going to recount it here. You guys can look that up. That didn't last very long in the market because of certain things people were complaining about. But at the same time, it's almost like a leap year thing where they kind of take the year off or so. So we'll have to see. What will be coming down the road, if at all. We'll have to see what happens here. But, if anyone's going to do it, I would assume it would be them, right? Because they pretty much are the only ones who do it. I'm surprised the other fast food spots don't, which is kind of crazy to me, but I don't know. Elizabeth, let's see. You can leave the Beast Coast, but the Beast Coast never leaves you. Beastly. Yes, I agree, E. I agree. Sometimes if I say water, if I really kind of concentrate on it and I say it because my mom has a very thick New York type of accent. But for me, I pretty much, coming out when I was 11 years old, I've just been kind of assimilated in, so to speak. So we'll have to see. But yes. Jency, have I tried the Kinder Buenos coming back to the United States? Do not know what that is, Jency. Do not know what that is. Papa John's, yes, the thin jack-o'-lantern pizza. That's from last year as well, Drew. You can always get the Papa John's jack-o'-lantern pizza. I thought about that. But it's just a thin crust pizza in the shape of a jack-o'-lantern that's not cut. And it looks cool, but if there's absolutely nothing on the docket, which I can always say that never happens with me because I've got a lot of stuff that I'm always doing, I'm probably going to pass on that. We'll have to see. It looks cool, but, you know, it is what it is. Let's see. Last couple of things here before we round this one out. DJ, Eurobeat official. Krispy Kreme Monster Harvest is the only regular doughs not filled. None are filled. I think actually there's two that are filled. One is a cake batter type cream, and one is a green slime type of cream, I believe, on that. If they were filled with cherry or raspberry jelly, that would be more thrilling. Otherwise, a dozen is cute. You know, definitely, I think the green one, they could have done like a jelly donut type of thing. That would have been cool, right? But they kind of, I don't want to say they toned it back. Obviously, they don't have the license for Ghostbusters. I think a Slimer donut would be kind of cool, personally. Let's see, Dark, you came out when you were 11? Yes, I came out to Los Angeles when I was 11 years old. Let's see here. Going down the line, Nehemiah, I always say, howdy, y'all. That's awesome. Well, guys, this has been a very fun hour, I got to tell you. Reaper Ranch tortilla chips definitely kick my booty right now pretty cleanly. I can't get over the 3-chip maximum is what I'm going to say on this. There's a decent amount. According to this, there's 3 servings of about 11 chips in here. So about 33 chips on the inside. And yeah, this is definitely the truth in terms of just the heat level. Very, very strong on this. I would recommend these to you guys. Apparently only available at CVS, Walmart, Circle K's. Want to say maybe Target, give or take. But actually, this is actually a really, really, really awesome type of thing to come out around the Halloween time. I have to admit, this is actually really cool. And maybe this should have been Diablo. Maybe Reaper Ranch should have been the smaller version, and then Diablo would have been the ultimate. But I like what they did with this. It actually is really, really cool. So a lot of fun checking this out for sure. 7-Eleven, yes, Drew, yes, 7-Eleven. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. But good times, guys, definitely good times. And of course, with Halloween right around the corner, we've got some more content coming your way. We'll see about giving that look of the famous Freddy glove on the next stream. I actually have the metal version of it, which if you look, I'm going to say right up over there, right behind that. It's being blocked, but that's where it is right there, that metal glove from Halloween or from Nightmare on Elm Street. That's one of the movie prop replicas that were sold at the time. I haven't seen a metal version really made. They have a lot of the plastic stuff, which is like pseudo looking. It looks decent, but definitely not the metal one. So we'll show you the metal real deal for that there. I actually went as Freddy Krueger a few years back and had like a makeshift version of the mask. It was kind of cheesy, but you know, it is what it is. But more Halloween goodies to come naturally. The month is going to roll on here, so it should be a lot of fun to check out. Let's see. Have a few for the road of those chips from Drew. No. You already know what it is. Yes, Zombieland Double Tap is out. Have to check that one out there, as well as Maleficent. I know the wifey wants to check that one out as well. Going to be good times there. So for sure, Drew, we'll see what's going to happen here later on after the stream. We shall see. If you guys are not following me on social media, again, let me just remind you guys on Twitter, @PeepThisOut is the handle, the username. On IG is at PeepThisOutReviews. Naturally, you'll find all that information down below. And in any of my videos, you'll find it as the first pinned comment there with all the detail on where to find me on social media. And of course, here on YouTube, where all the stuff is normally premiering. Whenever I do release stuff, it is always at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Next review is shooting for Sunday time frame. I should have it ready for it. It's something that was shot last week. And it should be a nice little, well, I don't want to say too much about it, but I think it'll be fun for you guys to check out. Let me just put it to you that way. So with that, guys, I appreciate you for jumping on here right now. We got 41 peeps still watching in the house right now. 39 thumbs up if you guys are just watching or jumping in here right now. Hit that thumbs up really quickly before we close this one out. If we can get over 40 thumbs right now, that would be amazing to close the stream out. To all the amazing moderators here on the chat, from Rickard to Critical East Japan to Drew, and everybody in between who has rights. We got Freddy Foodie King in there as well. Thank you so much for doing what you do. If anyone has gotten out of line, I think it's been pretty light tonight, which is good. We have a very positive community, so thank you for doing what you do. And to all of the amazing content creators watching right now, definitely like, share, comment, subscribe, support the community, of course. A lot of great stuff out there. And for all of you who are producing content, always produce more than you consume. And that keeps the community very happy, so to speak, which is always good. But good times here as well, and we'll look forward to more next week. So, guys, I guess one last time, let me show you from good old Mikey, in effect, with the replica shirt, in effect as well, right here. Likeness is pretty standard, right? Looks pretty good. Good times for Halloween. This is definitely the month. It is so much fun all the time here doing this stuff. I appreciate you guys jumping on the chat tonight. This was fun to do. Even though I'm slightly under the weather, it is all good. You guys definitely make it very uplifting, and I love doing this stuff for you guys. So to all my super chatters who definitely contributed, again, Buzz7332, thank you so much for that. Any PayPal chat or supporters as well, I'll find that out after the fact. I don't actually have my phone here with me, so we'll have to see. But guys, thank you so much for jumping on here right now. And again, new content is going to be coming here again Sunday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is what I'm shooting for. If you don't see it Sunday, which 9 times out of 10 you will, Monday obviously would be the very next date to see something, absolutely, if you guys do not see it Sunday. But I'm making every effort to have it finished. This last piece I've been trying to get off my laptop since last week, so I got to get this done because I've got a lot of other stuff coming up. And again, some pretty cool stuff. So we got things in the works here for you. I think you're going to enjoy as well. So guys, again, very long-winded intro, but you know I love you guys. I love doing this. I'll make sure I have this replay up tomorrow. I'm going to shoot for like the early afternoon time frame, so definitely hit the community tab here on my channel. I'll definitely post it on social media to put the thumbnail out there. And again, it'll be fun to relive some of this. I got to see exactly how this went down with the Reaper Ranch tortilla chips. It was very painful initially there. So we'll have to see what goes on with that as well. So again, lastly, thank you for all that you guys do here on the channel, for the love, the support, all the amazing interactions on the videos. I'm going to try and answer a lot more comments over the next few days as well, and definitely have as much fun this weekend as I possibly can. Aside from all this crazy stuff going on in my life, you guys definitely enlighten it. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. And again, social media, watch in about an hour or two, maybe a little bit less than an hour. You may see some fun stuff. Possibly on IG, I'll probably do it there because it's quicker. So guys, this with that, let's officially jump on over here so I can get myself ready to go. All right, good times here in effect. Guys, that is it for the stream tonight for October 18th, 2019. This is crazy how the year is just flying by here right now. So with that, DNK officially closing the stream out. And like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Guys, have a great weekend. I will definitely catch up with you. I appreciate the thumbs up. We got 45 thumbs up in the house right now. That is amazing. And I will definitely talk to you guys soon. Have an amazing weekend. And again, Creep Show. Watch some horror movies. AMC is doing crazy stuff right now with marathons. There is a lot of amazing stuff out there for sure to watch there. This is the month for it there. Not that you need a month to celebrate to watch horror movies, but it's great when pop culture is forcing you to do so, which is awesome. So, all right, guys, with that, I am off to do something which I think is going to be pretty fun. Stay tuned. I'll talk to you soon. See ya.